turn it over.
Our mission. Helping Parents Heal is a nonprofit organization dedicated to assisting bereaved parents. Through support and resources offered, we aspire to help individuals become shining light parents, meaning a shift from a state of emotional heaviness to one of hopefulness and greater peace of mind. Helping Parents Heal goes a step beyond other groups by allowing the open discussion of spiritual experiences and afterlife evidence in a non-dogmatic way. Helping Parents Heal affiliate groups welcome everyone, regardless of religious or non-religious background, and encourage open dialogue. Attendance at all Helping Parents Heal meetings is voluntary. All discussions that take place at affiliate-led meetings are confidential. We hope that participants will learn from and share with each other. Zoom meetings run by leadership are not confidential. These meetings typically feature guest presenters and are posted on YouTube so that affiliate members worldwide can watch and benefit. Neither type of Helping Parents Heal meeting is designed to replace traditional therapy or spiritual counseling. Helping Parents Heal offers a wide variety of speakers, allowing parents to learn about many possible ways to heal. This includes presenters covering progressive topics such as afterlife evidence and connecting with our children who have passed. The views expressed by our guest speakers may or may not reflect the opinions of Helping Parents Heal leaders and members, so we ask that you take from their presentations whatever may benefit you personally. Welcome, everyone. We're so excited you can all be here this evening. And thank you, Beth, for being here. Oh, I just know it's going to be a great night.
Well, I don't know if we could ever top that beautiful Weinberg reading that you did, but if anyone wants to see that reading, it's on our website on the blog page. It was just incredible. But Beth still gets a lot of people talking about that today. I'm just going to read a very short bio for her. Beth Lynch, who is a medium, meditation teacher, and author, has been helping families understand and heal from the loss of loved ones, as well as sharing spiritual principles for life. For over 25 years, she has practiced and taught the benefits of meditation and how to understand the mind-body-spirit connection as a natural evolution of consciousness. Beth is the founder of Inner Light Teachings. Beth shares that spirituality is the missing link to understanding mental and emotional wellness, including anxiety, depression, and addiction. For over 2 decades, she has shared what she has learned personally and in channeling. Beth believes that to understand life, we must understand death. It is in so doing that the in-between will make sense, and we love, laugh, and live more fully. You can find her at Linktree, Beth Lynch Medium 444. I'm going to put that address in the chat box. And without further ado, I will pass this over to beautiful Beth Lynch. Welcome, Beth.
Well, thank you for having me back. And I got, when you said that about Amy, I can't believe you said it, because when my eyes were closed and I was doing my own little personal preparation, and I saw her go, and I'm like, oh, hello, Amy. I wonder if Cody's here, or Kobe, or what his name was. I remembered it. So I don't know if his mom's on here, but then when you said it, that blew me away, because
I will post it in the chat box so people can see it. I'm going to go ahead and find it and post it so that people can see that story, because it's pretty amazing.
It was a very special evening. It really was. And just that it's exciting to, see someone that, you see the beauty in heaven of they're amongst us, and the physical world doesn't always show that so easily, so a lot of musicians and artists up in the spirit world merge with others. So it's pretty cool. But thank you very much. And I see that someone posted that they're in Palm City, which is very close to me, Nancy. So I did a little shout out to her, and that I'll be at the Elliott Museum in Stewart on Tuesday night for Spirit Speaks in person. So Nancy, if you're feeling like driving into Stewart Tuesday night, 6 to 8. I'll be doing my thing there. Elliott Museum is a beautiful museum here in my area. It's a amazing history. But anyways, thank you for letting me do that little shout out. Yeah, thank you all again. And I know the holidays, it's already, can you hear my dog snoring? If so, I'll get her out of the room. Are you hearing her? She's an English
No.
bull and she is just snoring and I can't believe it. So I apologize if you hear a little grunting in the background. So, the holidays are, it brings up a lot, obviously, and grief in itself is already such a challenging thing, and it's very hard for many. And I think of my parents. I haven't had a holiday with them in over 30 years. It's just like, oh my gosh, really? When I think about it. So it is a lot. So, I'm sure that your kids are going to be bringing us a lot of great things tonight and want to show you that they're there. They may even, show you some things about, what you're doing for the holidays. So be aware of that. I find in my sessions, they love to mention sometimes the most simplest things to make or to see, that they're seeing the holidays, they're seeing the things, that you're doing, as well as other memories. It doesn't have to just be about the holidays. So as I'm giving you those messages and, you acknowledge, or you feel it's yours, like, what to do, come in. And sometimes there's something that can be seen like it's 2 or 3 people or even more than that with these size groups. So, I find that they're very good at making me tune into where I really need to be, whether it's I just feel it or I'm looking at the chat room a little bit. So know that you should always just they're all there. There's no one's child that isn't present. So I want to go with a couple things that I was getting in the meditation. I felt there were 2 brothers in spirit. My heart for that. It's hard enough losing one child. So I don't know if somebody on our call has 2 brothers. But I did feel that. And, sometimes it's stepbrother. They don't get caught up in the step ex in-law words sometimes. Another thing was, and these were different kids, I'm very sure, was the kid that he was playing the drums really well, like in my vision. So this was a young man up there going, say the drums. But he also made me feel that his dad is a musician as well. And I don't know if his dad's in spirit or if his dad's living, but he did make me feel that. So maybe there's a few drummers in our group tonight, but it would be somebody where the dad was connected to music as well. So if somebody wants to acknowledge that. The other thing is I was hearing either the name Mona or Ramona, and sometimes they call out your name or another relative's name you were having lunch with the other day. I see this all the time. So if it isn't like their name or your name, just if it makes you think of someone, you should acknowledge that, because that would be your child. The other thing I'm just seeing now was I feel there's a young man, and either his leg, it was a very serious something with the leg. I'm getting the feeling it could be a cancer or something, that maybe he had cancer in his leg or bone or something, or the leg, the leg, it might be an amputation. But it makes me feel very serious. I just can't get past it. It was either paralyzed or amputation, because I don't feel any energy. Your daughter and son, great grandma was Ramona. Ramona is my sister-in-law. So I don't know which is one of those. Ramona.
Lisa is on Elizabeth, and she has 2 sons in spirit, and Rick is a musician. But
Okay.
I don't know about the rest.
No, bring on the 2 sons. It was the very first vision I got. Bring the woman on with 2 sons in spirit.
In spirit, okay. Let's
Is that
see.
what you said? She's on the call, and
Oh,
Yeah.
she's on the call, yeah.
Hey,
and
Lisa,
sometimes there's
unmute?
people's children.
Hi, guys. Hi, Beth.
Where are you? I'm looking for you here. There you are. Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Hi. So you have 2 sons in spirit.
I do.
Okay. I don't know if this is a basketball they're throwing back and forth, but they definitely got some kind of ball going back and forth. All right. And
I
sometimes,
understand.
yeah. Okay, good. And it's just like we love you, and they're jumping up and down, and there's a lot of say the tattoo they're saying, so I don't know if they had them or if you got one for them or some other family friend. And then I heard you were doing something either with the lamp or the light, and I feel like this is was one of the boys more funny?
Yes.
All right, the one that seems a little more humorous, yeah, that Lucy, that's probably your son, but I'm gonna stay here right now. Yeah, he's like, if you go to under a lamp and you want to turn it on, it's like this kind of look. So I don't know. And he looks at me like with a grin. All right. So he's like, tell her this, she'll know, and you might have done that in the room before you got on the call. You might have been trying to change a light bulb yesterday. I always say, I don't analyze anything they say, because it just stops the flow. So, that's what, one of them is showing me that. And did one of them have a stomach issue or the stomach?
Yes, he had a tube in his stomach.
Okay. So is that the other one, the more serious one, or is that the funny one?
Yes, that's the other one.
Okay. Yeah, I find that usually if there's more than one on a call, or even like when grandparents come through, if one's there and the other one's there, they make sure they do it pretty close together. I'm here too. One makes me feel they didn't mean it. They didn't mean to. I don't know if there's a little responsibility to the feeling. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. So I don't know, you know how they passed, and if they were together or if it was two separate ways, but it was just a little like they're sorry, nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault. Those are the words I'm getting. Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And is that Dad next to you?
Yes.
Dad? Is there something about playing cards with them? Or at least one of them? Or were you playing cards the other night and they're trying to...
Sorry, I was having dinner.
Oh, that's okay. Well, and I do get this feeling of very much around you both around you right now, and tell them a cheeseburger. And I don't know if you were eating a cheeseburger or if that's just something you guys, love together, or you're vegetarian and don't eat meat and they're being funny, but I've seen them people be very almost to the opposite sometimes, to be, hopefully bring in a little warmth and a little giggle, because it's nothing funny about what we're doing, but they want to be their own personalities. But it is a very good looking cheeseburger, I must say. So I don't know.
The comment about the cards with the key, and it not actual playing cards, so we did have a card playing game, but what is vital to me and us is our favorite team that we watch together is the Cardinals, and we call them the Cards.
There it is. And, thank you for acknowledging that, because I can tell you there are many times they show me an object that has like nothing to do. Like one time a gentleman showed me, show my family this, and it was a bottle of Jack Daniels. And I said, oh, did he drink Jack Daniels? They go, no, that was his name. How creative was that? And he never drank alcohol his whole life. That was my next question. Did he drink it? No. But yeah, so that's definitely what he would be trying to get me to say, I'm sure. Say the cards,
Right.
And also starting a car up. I mean, who hasn't done that, right? But is there something about the vehicle? I don't know what he's trying to. It's almost like when you start it, there seems to be this little hesitation, but it starts.
What it comes to mind, what strikes me, is that he learned to drive with a stick shift, and he stalled it several times and had to restart it several times.
That's it. And I know that these memories sometimes seem like how they carry the most simplest memories with them up there. So I'm glad you're understanding. Did one of them hurt their knee, or is your knee bothering you lately? They're pointing to the knee.
My knee hurts.
My hand is literally still on my knee right now. So they're saying, say his knee, say his knee. All right. And again, those are the ways that they're saying, we're watching, we're there, we're with you, instead of just those words, which of course they are. But when they show things like say his knee, and my hand is like I said, on my knee, it's their way of like saying, Dad, I see. And so your boys are with you. I don't think we Does the number 12 mean anything? Or 21? Because
It's
sometimes
1 and 2. It's 1 and 2.
Okay, thank you. All right.
1 through, but he graduated in 2012.
Mm-hmm. So there's a couple that could go a couple ways, I guess, by what you said. And sometimes they mean, mom, do you have any? I'm calling you mom and dad. So, do they have any? Is there anything about the 1 and 2 that you want to, do you think that's what it is? Because
Yes, I called them my 1 of 2 and 2 of 2. So I consider them 1 and 2.
yeah, I would say that's it. Yeah. I felt a lot of emotion when you acknowledged it, like the emotion went that way, which to me was them guiding me. Yeah, that's what we meant. That's what we meant, and not to mention that 12 is a significant year, but I do feel that they were referencing that thing. Is that baseball? The Cardinals?
It's
Football.
Football.
Okay. Yeah, I should know that. I do see a baseball though. Did one of them play baseball or?
Actually, yes, he did play baseball.
Okay. And
Yeah.
sometimes you were looking at a picture of it or thinking about it, or sometimes there's a little more to that, but the ball, like kind of like the Jack Daniels bottle went right at, like, show the ball, show the baseball. You know what I mean? So that would be that. And we love you guys. We love you guys. And
Thank you, Beth.
your sons are very cool. I mean, they just said, we're proud of you. We're proud of you. And they just want to hug you.
Thank you.
That's
That means a
nice.
lot. And thank you, Irene and Elizabeth and Beth, for letting me have this lovely reading. It was nice. And everybody who's listening to me, I really appreciate it too, that you guys all let me have a reading too. So thank you.
You're welcome, Lisa. So welcome. Thank you. I just heard the name Morgan. And I know that could be male or female. I don't know. But the woman, Lucy, was it, with the son with the catalyst being the leg issue on how he passed? I got a feeling that's where I'd want to go. Did you see Lucy? I think that was her name, unless I misread it.
Let me see.
She
Lucy
said my son was in a
Amarillo
car accident and the leg was the catalyst.
to his death. Okay.
Mhm.
Did you want to speak to her?
Yeah, I think his
Okay.
son that felt very energized. and I
Okay.
think he's probably
Sure.
wanting to.
Hi, Lucy. Can you unmute, please?
Thank you. Yes.
Hi,
Thank you
Lucy.
so much. Hello, Beth. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for coming forward. I really felt it was your son. Just when I read your chat, and he's was he a very fast energy kid? Yeah.
Yes.
Because he's jumping and he's like, Mom, don't think of my leg gone. Don't think of my leg gone. He didn't want to plant that seed and make you think of his leg gone, because it's not gone. He's got everything's okay. And he wants to say real quick he's with grandma. And he's got a hug with grandma. So if it's your mom, your husband's mom, or your grandma, but he is acknowledging that. And was his passing recent?
4 years.
Okay. It's not that long, but he does say something that made me think maybe it was a little more recent. So I'm just going to share what he said. He said that, I don't know if the letter M means anything, but I'm getting an M. I don't know if it's his name or, sometimes it's a middle name, but I'm getting the letter M.
It's his middle name.
Okay. He says, the kids are great, Mom. We have so many friends here. All of you. He's like, this is your son. He's like talking to everybody. All of you, we all are together. We're all friends. Thank you. Thank you. And your son's very emotional. Sensitive kid, I think. But in a good way. In a good way. But he's definitely just grateful that he's not alone, and he knows where, he's got beautiful people around him. And then he kind of went, are we still people? He's funny a little, your son. Like, are we still people? Yes, you're still people. You're just spirit people. And so I just want to give you that. And he also says, say my hat.
Oh, he loved his hat.
Okay. All right. And he
his
says, I
son
love
had
you. Oh, he says, I love you, Mom. And I love you so much. And I'm okay. And I don't know if the name Daniel means anything, or if I'm starting to get another person, but is there a Daniel connection or a Daniel he'd mentioned?
He has a friend named Daniel.
Okay, then I would take it as he's acknowledging him, okay? And he wants to give you a hug, and he knows that there's been times where it's hard to stand up, and he's holding you. So I don't know if that's actually something physical you're going through, or if it's, just the emotions of this and moments where you just want to,
Like all of us, there are
Yeah.
good days, and then there are days that
hmm
take your breath away and you can't catch your breath. But
Yeah. That's
I-
pretty much what he was showing me, like that. You just can't even. Yeah.
yeah, there are days that, like all of us, some days you don't even want to get out of bed. You just can't.
hmm But he is, he's a strong young man. He's like, but I'm alive, mommy, I'm alive. You got to remember I am alive. So, hard words, but they in spirit, and I don't care what age I'm talking to, they don't feel like they're gone. They don't feel that word dead. They feel so alive over there. And I know sometimes in grief, it's very hard to grasp that, but sometimes just giving yourself that moment of thought, okay, you're alive, like you said, it brings it into you a little bit more, and it can support you. So don't hesitate to remind yourself, okay? I know it's hard. I'm not saying it's easy.
No, and to all the parents, I know that the holidays are hard for all of us, right? For any parent that's lost a child, but I want to give you, today's the first day of Hanukkah, and I'm not Jewish, but I just want you to know I want our children to us. And so as we light our candles to remember our babies, let us remember that they always live on in us. So Beth, thank you so much for reminding me that he is alive.
You're welcome. Thank you for letting me come to you, and your son for his spirit being all three of them so far have been pretty interesting, these boys. All right, so now I have a young girl who's smiling at me, and she's gonna, bring in the girl energy. She's a little feisty. She may have played soccer or watching someone over playing soccer, but she shows me a sunflower in my face. Show this. Now I know sunflowers are not an uncommon sign, but that maybe that soccer or something is going to ring the bell. And you have her phone, and you may have her phone with you right now. Sometimes there's something with you that you're, hoping they're going to see it, or, or you just know you have it. But I do feel that. Big sunflower. She may have had, my dog, she may have had curly hair, but like to blow dry it straight. Okay, I have a picture of my daughter. And the picture could be on your phone, and it could be part of the reason I was feeling that phone too. So I don't know. Did she like to blow her hair? Paul's iPhone. Paul, did she like to blow dry her hair straight? I think that could be a little spin on which daughter I might be getting. It might be the Paul. I don't know if
Paul said
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, Sharmar. Look at Sharmar. I have sunflowers in my house. I have my daughter's phone. Do you have your daughter's phone too? That might be.
Love to straighten. Okay,
And yes, Paul has
Okay.
the phone.
Let's go with
Okay.
Paul for a moment.
Sure.
And Shar,
Hi,
maybe
Paul. Can
your
you
daughter
unmute?
something to send to you. I always encourage people to, I didn't say this, but send them something. Tell them to say, upside down pineapple. Believe it or not, I did get that in a reading once. Or tell them something odd, like, because sometimes I just say something and it's like they love to show you that they hear you directly. And I think that's the most important gift we give you. Okay, and that Mel is saying something too. Oh, I gotta not look at that. All right, where's Paul? Hi, Paul. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Hi.
I'm here with this is my wife.
Okay. So I'm getting something immediately. So I do feel this was definitely for you. And it's like, say the pillow. So I feel she's saying, say the pillow. So I don't know if you have a special pillow or a pillow made, or you're got one under your arm right now, and I can't see it, obviously, you know what I mean? But she's saying, say the pillow, and she wants to give you a big hug and kiss. And she says, I know this probably isn't something easy to hear, but she says, don't be sad. Don't be sad. I know. I love you. I love you. I'm okay. And she's just kind of repeating herself a little. So she's very emotional. And she wants to show almost like a pedicure. Is there something about getting toes done, or is there someone she'd been watching over?
Well, yeah, when she was about 12, all her friends were pissed off at her. You know, they were having a bad day. And so I did my toenails. We painted our toenails red together. And it was the only day in our life in that house that the neighbor guy came, the retired colonel from the Air Force came over and looked at my toes after yeah, we painted our toenails together and I remember that.
Yeah, that's definitely your daughter. I have no doubt. And
And we made pillows too when they were younger. I made them some pillows.
okay, yeah. Now she's writing on a note, I love you. I don't know if you have her handwriting with that, or there.
I have a lot of notes from her. I find them at the right time, you know. It's like one will pop up. So
Okay, yeah. And tell them chocolate chip cookies. Did somebody just make some or something? I don't know.
oh yeah, I got my chocolate chip cookies made.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
And she's just holding hands. Now this is interesting. At first I thought she was maybe holding hands with kids up there, but I think, did she ever sing? Like, I feel like when you see a chorus or a choir, like they're singing and they're holding hands.
I don't, well, you know, in grade school, yes, she did the Feliz Navidad at Christmas time kind of thing. But
Okay.
not other than that. I don't, she
Well,
danced.
being that it's close to Christmas, and I think maybe it's just a memory she's holding that she knows, being close to the holidays, you might even reminisce on that, see a picture of it or something, or somebody, whoever's with you even right now, maybe. And also she's saying the window. So I don't know. I just hear the window, say the window.
Window.
Are you facing a window right now, or is there, did you do something to the windows? I don't know.
Well, we just put lights up.
Oh, the window. Oh, well, there's lights all over that window. I would say that to me is something she's showing me to say, because you can see it. We can't, obviously, on the screen. And they do that a lot with me to show that they're with you. They're not sitting here with me, right? So, yeah, so that's why. And obviously she likes the window. And she now wrote on the window, like when a window gets misty or something, I love you.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome, Paul. And who's ever sitting with you, she's like, I love you too. So she
Is there
wants both of you a hug right now. Both of you.
okay? Is there she's with her brother?
Oh, I'm sure he's got to be there. Why would he say sneakers? Right
Yeah.
away. Say sneakers.
Yeah, we bought him every 6 months. We got him a new pair of sneakers. He was into his Nikes, and that was a big
Okay.
deal. So I always
He
got him new
said-
sneakers. His feet grew at such a rate.
He makes me feel something about the back of his head or neck, and I don't know why. He's like,
No,
it's
no.
almost like you see a haircut and it's perfect. Like when somebody gets a fresh haircut.
He was going to be a barber. He was always cutting my hair. He always, and yeah, that's Jeremy. Yep. First thing I saw, he was in the Navy when I'd seen him the first thing. Sit in the chair, make me get my hair cut.
That's him. Yeah, he just showed me that perfect line, bzzz, when you first get it. Yeah, that's him. So he says, it's hard to get a word in with her talking, and he laughed.
That's
And he's, I love you too. I love you too. We're okay. He goes, there's so many people here. And he goes like with his hands. So, I mean, he's showing me the other side, and there's like 1,000 kids there or something, Is there a little brother, or is he the little brother?
he's the little brother that there is. My wife's got some sons too that are, I think, younger, right? Yeah, we have a younger brother, but
Okay.
he's still here. He's not gone.
Yeah. No, he could be acknowledging him, but if he was the little brother, he could have been just giving me his order. You know, he's the little brother, he's the baby brother or whatever. But I was just
Yeah.
waiting to see. He's getting tall, he said. He's getting tall. I'm watching over him.
Oh yeah.
We're guardian angels. So the son that's living is getting tall.
Oh, he's very tall.
He's 6'8".
Yeah.
Oh, wow, he's tall.
He already got
All
taller
right.
than
Yeah.
They're
So
watching
that's his way of acknowledging, you know,
that.
a
Wow.
Oh my-
brother.
Thank you.
Wow.
Sure.
You're welcome. Thank you. I
That's-
appreciate it.
That sounds like them. They're
Yeah,
beautiful.
they're
Helpful.
beautiful. Yeah. And who's the artist, Paul? Who's the artist?
Well, Liz is an artist. Are you talking about them or us?
Well,
or-
always spirit first, if not living. Is there someone they're acknowledging living that's an artist?
Yeah, my wife Liz is quite an artist, and
Yeah.
I just painted my first picture the other day, so I've been trying to do that. And if you're talking painting,
Yeah.
I play the saxophone. We just bought a piano today, so we got.
Are you the musician? Was your son a drummer?
Liz's boy is a drummer.
Okay. Remember when I was saying I had a drummer and I felt the father was a musician? I think that was yours. That was probably your son. Yeah.
Oh,
That was one of the first things I saw.
Oh.
Like, 'cause usually I get downloaded a lot of images really fast. That's like all their energy coming in when I do my blessing while they were reading the statement. And remember, I said I had a drummer, and then I felt the father was a musician too. That was your son for sure.
And he is a musician too. Yes, the father.
Yeah.
wow. Sweet. My
Wow.
goodness.
Go ahead. What did you say?
I said that's so sweet that they would mention
So
our guys that are here in body, you know. That's very
Absolutely. They are
Yeah.
their bodyguards. They are their guardian angels. All of you know that. There's
So what-
nothing that makes them happier than being around and watching over everyone. I mean, they have things that the music scene up there. Well, Amy Winehouse, you heard, you know, Elizabeth share, you know, when she came in that evening. It just, I don't know,
Wow.
everybody got excited. I was a little starstruck. But yeah, it's cool. So they get to really see and do music there. It's very powerful.
that's so cool.
that's how
Yeah.
Sarah's. I
Yeah.
love her.
You know, you'll appreciate this, and I think this is worth a few moments of me sharing this as a musician and anything. But I taught meditation in the high school for 5 years in New York, a few years back, and the music teacher asked me to come into the music room. He goes, I got to get them motivated to really understand music. You know, what do I go, well, get them in, I'll get them into the energy of music, like how it makes you feel when you hear a song. And we had a little talk. So I went in, across the hall. The meditation room was across the hall from the music room and next to the library. No coincidence, right? What a hallway that was. The best energy. But I went in and I did a little talk with the kids about energy. They were high school kids. And, you know, I talked about when music moves them and they get emotional and whether you cry or sometimes you can get angry because it connect to your emotions and move it. You know, you're not meant to get stuck in the anger. You're meant to heal. That's why artists do music. They're healing. So we had a nice little chat. And then I said to the teacher, we were going to do like a 8-minute meditation. So they were going to put their heads down on their tables. And I said to the music teacher, throw on something. Don't, whatever, throw on some calming music. So as he did that, I was guiding the meditation. As I was guiding the meditation, I had it was taking everything in my power not to bawl my eyes out. Like the tears were streaming. The kids are all, the heads are down, they're taking a break here. And I am shaking. I was so emotional. And I was thinking to myself, what is happening? What is this music? It's this song is doing something to me, and it
Yeah.
wasn't a bad reaction. It was just intense emotion. Well, when we got done, it was clear I cried. So I told the kids, whatever that music was, I completely absorbed, was feeling the emotion of whatever who wrote it. And I looked at the music teacher. I go, who wrote that? Where did you get that piece from? And he goes, well, it's not like it was next on my plaything, but it was the song that the kids from Columbine wrote for the students.
Oh my.
Oh yeah. When
Yeah.
I tell you, I got goosebumps right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You felt it.
That was the piece. He goes, it was on the plate. It was on his playlist to go next. He knew what it was. I didn't, obviously.
You didn't
Yeah.
know.
So the power of music, you guys, and if anyone on this call has a child from Columbine, you know, that wouldn't even surprise me because I have had experiences with school shootings. You know, you should say something because that was pretty powerful moment. So thank you for letting me share that. Thought it would make you.
By the way, that Ramona that you mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
that was their great grandmother's name, Ramona.
Oh, well, that could have been why it got thrown out. They do that. They bring in the names of other people around them and also sometimes people living. So thank you.
I write a lot of songs too, so I like to express that.
Yeah. You should Google that piece on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube.
Okay.
The Columbine songs, very emotional. I mean, all it is, you know, it's music, so there's no words to it. So yeah, but very powerful. And that made the kids really feel the impact of the energy of music in the room. You know, they were like, whoa, you know. So
I bought Sarah a red wagon before she was born. You know, one of those red flyers.
mhm.
I found it after she had gone. That on the bottom of it, she said dedicated to the children of Columbine and the date on it.
There it is. I knew there was a more than one reason I was going to share that. Wow.
Yeah, I still have that wagon too, by the way. It's like 50 years old now or something.
Takes a lot for me to go, wow. That's all I'm telling you, because I see things after 30 years. I see so much every day I do this. And let me tell you, that was your daughter wanting me to share that story. Know it.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
am so glad that you shared that with us.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paul.
Oh yeah, thank you for the
And
connection.
Mom next to you. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Whew. Gosh, you guys. Well, that's all right. I got a little tears. That's okay. It's all good.
My goodness. Again, I hope that Paul is going to be able to watch and his wife will be able to watch Amy Winehouse's video validation, which is actually for Kobe, but it was with Amy because he was a friend of Amy's here. So, and he still is in the afterlife. Oh, this
And
is
he's
wonderful.
listening because if Amy's there, he's got to be right near her. I'm sure she did. And literally, when you were doing the talk, I saw her doing that, and I'm like, oh, hello, hi again. Oh God, some of these things the stories. I should write a book on my stories. You know. Okay, I do see someone, a young man again, and he is standing next to a German Shepherd. So I am taking it that this German Shepherd is in the spirit world with him. Oh, my leg. Because he went and the dog's a pretty good size. I mean, it's like he's looking and he's patting its head just by doing that. So does somebody have if we don't get a connection to a German Shepherd in spirit, then the dog could be living and he's just saying, you know, here it is. I also am getting the letter S. I don't know if it connects with that though, because I feel the S. Is there a Susanna? Like Susan or Susanna? Who has Suzanne? Susie? I feel like Suzanne or Susanna. Sydney just walked in the room. She has German Shepherd. Her brother is in spirit. All right. Sydney, Susanna don't rhyme a lot, but being that just happened, we're not seeing anything else. So if you want to bring Amy on,
Sure.
you're welcome
Hi,
to.
Amy. Can you unmute, please?
Yes, hi.
Hi, Amy. Yeah, just for, show the shepherd. And, this would mean that he, and it's her brother in spirit. Okay, I'm getting that now. All right, so that's him that I'm seeing petting the dog. Okay.
Right. And
And
she just walked in as soon as you said German Shepherd, she walked into the
yeah,
room.
that's why I'm thinking, I'm definitely thinking it's yours because I've had that happen in private sessions of somebody saying name, and they go, they just walked in, so they're again showing you. And he's very, hi mom. This is just his personality. Hi mom, and he kneels down next to you. He kneels down. For some reason, he wants to kneel down and say, I know how much you miss me. And I don't know, are you holding something in your hand of his?
I have like an altar thing right behind me.
Oh, okay.
So, and I do
Yeah.
have a bracelet on. Yeah.
Oh, you have the bracelet on
I have a
too?
bracelet on that I'm messing with right now.
That's what it is then. Yeah. Cause he's
Yeah.
like, he makes me feel there's something with the hand. All right.
Yeah.
Cause and he did that as he was kneeling, like, say your hand,
Mhm.
And he's saying to tell you the moon. And he gives me this, you look up a lot. He sees you. All right. And he does want me to give you a rose. He just showed that. Okay. And he says the bank. I don't know. Did you go to the bank today or something?
No, but my dad was president of a bank for a very long time. So
Okay, and your
Yep.
dad in spirit?
no,
Okay, so
they
he's
were very
acknowledging-
close.
All
Yeah.
right, he's acknowledging his grandfather then. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard just say the bank, say the bank.
Mhm.
And anything with football with your son?
Yeah, he played.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
played through high school.
he went like that.
Mhm.
The way he holds it seems interesting to me. Like, I don't know, he holds it vertical. I don't know.
I have a picture of him holding it like that
Oh my gosh. Okay.
from high school.
That's
Yeah,
why he gave it
it
to
was
me.
one of those fancy, he's holding it out in front of him like a professional photo.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because he when I could feel the position of that, he wanted it expressed.
Hmm.
The other thing is the envelope. I don't know if you have an envelope with things in it.
Yes. I cut a piece of his hair at his celebration and put it in an envelope. It's actually behind me on the altar.
Okay.
So
He's like interesting. It kind of shows standing there looking at everything that's on the altar. Let me see, like this.
yeah. What else there?
He goes, I am a good looking guy, aren't I, Mom? And he laughs.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So I know you got a picture up there because I think he's looking at
Yes.
Yeah. And he just wants to put his arms around you and he says, I don't know what his sister's the S. There's the S. Tell her I love her. Tell her I love her. Tell her I'm watching over her. I'm her guardian angel. That's what we do.
Okay.
And tell her I said to be happy. It's okay.
Okay.
She doesn't need to feel good. She has a hard time really feeling happiness.
Yes.
And he goes, if she's happy, I'm happy. I'm learning. He didn't want to be a doctor, did he?
He didn't know what he wanted to be.
Okay. Did anybody have to go to the doctor for any reason? Because he did say doctor.
Actually, I just went. Yeah.
Okay. So whatever that was about, he went, he
Okay.
saw you. Okay. He was
Okay.
watching over you. And he puts a kiss on your cheek and says, I love you so much. And did he walk into something or I don't know what he makes me feel. Walked into something or I don't know. Was he dealing with anything like darkness or sadness, depression?
Yes.
Okay. That's what he's showing me then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the light was right in front of him and he just didn't know how, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Did he have well, he just says it just didn't work. Things weren't working. And I love you. It's not your fault. He makes me feel like things weren't computing, not like
Yes. Yeah.
that's the not working.
Yep. He often said, I just don't feel normal. His brain just was constantly movement and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, he's giving you a hug.
Okay.
And he loves you. And I know you don't need me to tell you that.
I don't.
Do you have a Brian? He's not Brian, is he?
No, but I don't know if this is a connection, but Paige Lee and I have been talking a lot over the phone, or not over the phone, over text messages, and she has a son, Brian. I don't know if that's
Is he in spirit or living?
Yes.
Then that's it. He's acknowledging Brian's probably right next to him.
I'm pretty sure, isn't that right? I don't know.
Is she on the
Elizabeth will be
call?
able to verify that, but
Is she on the call?
No, she's not here, but her son is Brian.
Okay, yeah. So you could always share that with her that he is with her. Sure, he's watching over her right now too. Okay. All right. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bunny, I feel like I have to come to you. I haven't gotten in any. I just feel drawn to you, Bunny. So your kid must be getting to you. Do you? I was very torn in a way because I felt like I want to say it's a son, but I really felt a daughter first. So, I'm going with the son because that's where I feel I need to go. But is there a sister? Do you have a daughter too? Not even living?
I have a daughter alive.
Okay. I think that's probably what I was getting because it was like, I know I felt daughter, but I'm hearing son, So this is your son. I don't know if he was tall or not, but I'm getting something about his height. Okay.
6'4".
Oh my God, we got these tall ones tonight. He wants to give you a hug and kiss you on the forehead, and I love you. And he needs you to know that life is not lost. It's not wasted. He's doing a lot of things to make you proud. He says Jesus. So I have a feeling you may believe in some Jesus. And
Believe in a higher power.
yeah. Yeah, he did say Jesus. So, whatever. And Jesus, that's probably not a conversation we should have now, but he was a man who came and talked about the higher power. I mean, that's my version. And he says to say his eyes, and I know he had beautiful eyes because I can see them. The depth, there's a depth in his eyes, dark eyelashes too. So, I feel, he just needs you to know that his eyes are clear. Oh, I don't know if, or, sometimes they were donated. Sometimes they just didn't look right at the end, or they didn't look right if you had to see them. He just needs me to tell you that. All
I
right.
understand that.
All right, good. And is there anything about a guitar with him, or if not him, somebody he'd watch over?
Not that I know of. A guitar.
Anyone do a song for him or something?
You know what? His sister plays the ukulele.
And they look a little like because it was, did I say acoustic? Because I knew they look kind of like, only it's smaller. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. He's acknowledging her playing that. He goes, she's good. Tell her she's good.
She is.
Yeah.
She is.
I love her. I love her. I love her. I love you all so much. And he has really white teeth too. He's so funny with his his eyes.
Yeah.
And his teeth. He's smiling and they're just beaming.
Yeah, he had perfect teeth, never had braces.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. And does the name Carol mean anything to you? Caroline or Carolyn?
Carolyn's my mother.
All right. Is she in spirit?
Yes, she is.
All right. They're sneaking in these grandparents tonight, you guys, real quick.
Yeah.
Grandma Carolyn's there. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, she looked, and she's good.
Yeah.
She sat down real quick, like, so she didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah.
She's sweet. Aw.
Yeah, she was very sweet. Very sweet.
Yeah. He says, I love you, Mom.
I know he does.
I love you so much.
He knows I love him too, very much.
He's kind of calm. A little
Yes.
calmer, low key.
Yes.
Side, then then he makes me feel that. That's him.
Very calm.
Yeah. Is there anything with the name Stephen?
I had a cousin, but I wasn't close to him, but I know he passed. He passed also.
Your son would have met him, and they're just respecting it, but what this is for, but that would be why, just say Stephen, he's met him up there. Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Woo, I know. I have a son who may have went to a college, may have gotten drafted to go to a certain, or what, I don't know if drafted is the word, to go to a college for sports. Does someone have a son I don't know where all our daughters are tonight, but there's a lot of sons in this room.
A scholarship, Beth?
That's the word. Yep. scholarship? Did someone, they got accepted, or they, they might have been a car accident. I'm not 100% sure on that. I could be getting something else, but I'm really, I'm getting like the prom or the dance. So that could be a picture you were looking at. It doesn't necessarily have to be the night of or something. But I do see a lot of, that age maybe is around me, like high school to college, or didn't get to college, or did get to college, but passed.
So Sarah, was your son, did he get a scholarship for sports, maybe? I see that he was in a car accident. And then
we're waiting to see if anyone goes on that. I have a daughter here. There's something about pregnancy. I don't know if it's her pregnancy, that she was pregnant when she passed, or if she's acknowledging maybe a sister that's pregnant. So it's definitely the showing of, I have to mention pregnancy, and I know it's a girl that I'm getting. So it would either be her own pregnancy or sister. Let's see. And does anyone have someone, Bella? Pretty name. Getting some girls now. I am definitely getting the and I'm also getting another, I know this could be the same girl or a different one, because they're moving really fast right now, but someone who either she could sew really well. I mean, she's projecting it as she's doing like really good at it. Like, I don't know, Fashion Institute good, or just could be a seamstress if she really put her mind to it. Or she's watching, my son's dog name was Bella. That could definitely be it. Yep, he would yell out his dog's name, whether it's in spirit or living.
Sarah wanted her first daughter to be named Bella. So, that's.
Ooh, I got a feeling, Paul, your daughter is that the same Paul I spoke with already?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So maybe she's just,
Yeah.
but also, yeah, it could cross over with Cindy as well, obviously.
Yeah. Well, because I saw the pregnancy, I think maybe Sarah, boomed that through. Like, she could just be sitting up there now, being quiet, having her own thought about it, and it can get to me. That's what's happening when I'm getting so many things fast. I'm getting a lot of their emotions form pictures, their emotions form, words, gestures. So when I give you that, it's like sometimes I'm getting 3 different ones, sometimes I'm getting 1 sending 3 things, so I really feel, because if I didn't see the pregnant belly, I would have, but I think she's trying to say, I'm sure she's not pregnant in heaven, but just to remember that, not to feel, she doesn't want them to feel sad about that. She will experience, so they say that every female that gets in heaven has a child from another lifetime. If they didn't get to be a mom in this lifetime, or, lost a baby or miscarriage or something, stillborns, that's what I see it all the time. So I really feel that was Sarah. Someone is showing me that, and this feels like they want me to say it was almost recently. Yeah, she never had it, but it was a story of. Yeah, that's what that is. Either the painting or the picture of the person in spirit was, recent is a hard word in spirit. They don't feel time, but this doesn't feel like it was 10 years ago, and there's all different time frames going on in the room, I'm sure. But I feel it's like you either just received a picture or a painting that someone did of the child. And I feel it's a daughter. I feel like I'm back with daughter again. So painting, so that was given to me just now. It's almost like when you see.
And Yetta is saying I did.
Okay, then we can let her in.
Okay, and then also
Okay.
Lisa, my daughter's friend painted a picture of my daughter. Okay, someone just sent me a picture. So Kenyetta is saying that. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Do you want
are
me
we-
to ask?
Ask
Can you-
Kenyatta if that picture was painted or drawn,
Oh, okay.
because that is very specific for,
Was it painted or drawn, Kenyatta?
'cause if not, it could be Elise's, my daughter's friend painted a picture of my daughter. I mean, I kind of felt drawn to that.
Is working on a painting, but is it painted or drawn?
Ooh. And that was Kenyatta.
Yeah, it's drawn. She
That,
says.
no, that could, because me, I was just getting this, and that could go either way. I didn't really get and it's interesting that, I think it's Kenyatta's. Because
Okay,
the daughter's
asked her
giving
to
me that
unmute
it's
me.
getting done. And the other thing that she said went with her too. That
Hi,
it's being
Kenyatta,
worked
can you
on, which is why
unmute?
I don't see it completed. I didn't really see it completed. That's a detail that, yeah.
Okay, she's unmuted.
Hi,
Kenyatta.
Kenyatta.
Oh, there.
Hi, how are you? Yeah, I really feel your daughter is acknowledging that drawing, because I actually, when I was seeing it, I almost felt like it wasn't finished. There was a weirdness for me to feel that, but that's why. So, she is here showing you it's me. All right. She wants to acknowledge a bracelet, and then she wants to acknowledge a necklace. So there's two things going on here with jewelry.
Yes, I have a necklace with her ashes, and I also have a bracelet that I made with her face on it.
And there's the face again. Okay. All right. All right. So again, a hug coming to you. And I don't know why she wants to say you shouldn't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty. She doesn't want you to feel guilty. Please don't feel guilty. She's saying it a few times. As many times as I said it, I'm hearing her say it. Okay. So there's
Okay.
something that you may be carrying in your heart or mind, if only, or why didn't, take a moment when you have those thoughts. That's like, don't feel bad that you have them, but just take a moment and say, okay, I'm releasing my guilt, because that they hear that, and you are helping your connection with them more directly too.
Okay.
Okay. She wants me to tell you the bird. Did something happen with a bird, or you were looking at the bird? I don't see what kind it is, but sometimes cardinals will stand out pretty clear, but this just seems like, say the bird.
Okay. I was told to look for a blackbird.
Okay, that's why I didn't see a red one. So, and she wants to say something just like this. Mom, you don't have to look for it. It'll be right in front of you. Every sign I give you is in front of you. Don't worry. And she showed me a feather.
Wow. Yep. I got a feather a couple weeks ago.
Okay. So you're not going to miss it. She's going to make sure you see it. And then
Thank you.
she showed me a dime, and she literally went like this, pushed a dime on, like, in front of my eyes, like, say the dime.
Okay. I
So
will look for that.
you won't have to look. She's going to hit you on the head with that dime. I think. I know what you mean. So, and she says, I love you. And she puts down a rose as well in front of you.
Money. Thank you.
You're welcome, Kenyatta. Thank you for your trust.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Kenyatta. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
I didn't know if you wanted me to keep going, Elizabeth. Totally up to you.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah, let's do
You
one
good?
more.
Okay.
Yeah, that
I'm hearing the name Rodney. And again, spirit first with the names, if not living. And I do feel Rodney. This may not connect to Rodney, because sometimes, like I said, I'm getting 2 or 3 things from different ones at once, but I do feel a bicycle and maybe car accident and hit by a car. No, I see a young one. I see a young one on a bicycle. I feel they're making me see that. So I don't know. Did we get a Rodney? It's not a common name.
no.
Yeah. Well, I laugh because sometimes you say John and people, well, doesn't everybody have a John? No. I could go months without saying John. I mean, not everybody does. So that's why, and sometimes it could be a family member that's even living that they're acknowledging. So just keep that in mind, because it's my daughter's runner opinion. I posted her 4th. I love Angelversary. Brenda, I kind of just asked her if she could give you something else to add to that, because some of those things could have been, but I know that they were the other way. And sometimes messages are for more than one person, but you know, when I'm really directly with somebody, but you should always accept it, even if you feel it. But Brenda, when I'm saying that, I'm getting I was a paramedic, went to bike wrecks with other family named Brad. Yeah. Oh, your daughter and son are making sure you know they're here in the room still, just in case you're wondering, because that really falls right into place. But Brenda, was it Brenda? There's something. All right, somebody's telling me, and it feels like a female, say the apple. I feel like I'm getting like 5 things at once right now. Say the apple. Oh no, it's okay, Paul. Yeah, I mean, this is a kid up there saying the apple, say the apple. And I still don't think we got to the prom. Remember the prom thing I saw?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was lingering, and I just saw the vision again. So, yeah, prom. It's like
That
literally.
was with the scholarship.
That's what that one was, huh? Yeah. That was the Scott. Thank you for that. That was the Scott. Yeah, that was all. We didn't get someone on that one for some reason. We didn't.
No.
Yeah, those things are still out there. Those kids are. I mean, I almost feel like somebody has an apple in front of them, or their child said, "You said say mention the apple or mention an apple," like just picking an object. So that's where I would do that. Put that, and the other person, getting a strong feeling around this Elise. That Elise down there, that pink. Yes, if you want to unmute. Rhonda, that could have been your daughter. Hold on to that, Rhonda. Well, let me go to Rhonda right now, and Elise, send some to your child, and yeah, I think we'll come back to that. I want to address the apple. Rhonda's really connecting to the apple of my eye. And
okay, how does Rhonda spell? Okay, R-O.
R-O-N-D-A.
Yep, I've asked her to unmute. Hi, Rhonda.
I think she's trying to figure it out.
Can you just say something?
There you are. Hi, Rhonda.
Hi.
Was she studying or in school, Rhonda?
No, she was trying to get into college. She was kind of a late bloomer.
Okay.
But in my phone contacts, she was my apple of my eye, is how she is in my contacts.
I do think it's your daughter, and I feel, what was she going to go to school for?
She wanted to be a social worker.
Yeah. She made me feel like she even thought of like going all the way like to PhD. I don't know, unless she's acknowledging someone else who has a PhD in the family. I don't know, but I do want.
I'm in the middle of my undergrad.
Yeah, I think she's acknowledging you and the level that you're going to. Okay, so I know that's her. And is there a leather couch around you? I mean, we can't see your background, but
I'm sitting on a leather recliner.
Okay. She's making me feel that material very strongly. So she's sitting right there with you is what that means. Okay. And she says, I love you. And she puts her head on your shoulder. Okay. And yes, you did everything. You did everything. So you wonder if you did everything right, or you did everything you could. That's where I would feel that's where that's coming from. She's got a flower between her fingers. It's not a rose. It's a smaller flower. Do you have something like almost like when you see a lot of people don't like them, but there's those yellow weedy looking flowers, you know. I don't know. There's something about that.
Kind of like small sunflowers. They look like.
It's not a sunflower. It's too small to be a sunflower. I saw that, and then she said the picture. So I don't know if there is a picture of some yellow flower with her in it, or you, or you know, they talk about the living too. But then also the humming.
Yeah, she was always humming and singing. I actually had a pillow made out of a small a dress that had small yellow flowers.
That's it.
I had a pillow made out of that.
Okay. And you know what she's doing is just going. you know, just show the little yellow flower, you know what I mean? So that I am sure she's addressing the pillow. And Anne, is there anything with the name Anne?
Um,
Anyone living?
we have we have a good friend named Annie.
Okay. And I
Yeah.
don't know when you talked to her last or what, but yeah. That would be her acknowledgement to her, because sometimes you sat and talked to them the other day or texted. They always like to bring that stuff in. And yeah, she's humming again. La, 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 la. She's making me feel that again. And she loves you. I think you know that. And I don't know, did she lose her breath?
Well, she had asthma.
That's the breathing.
Yes. And she struggled with them her whole life.
Mm-hmm. That's the breathing. Okay. And she just like rubs your face and she says, you don't have to worry about me anymore. I'm okay. And I'll always be with you.
It's good to know.
And when you get here someday, a long time, sorry, she said, you don't have to worry. I'll be there. They don't
Thank you.
age there. They don't age like there's not a human body that ages, you know. So you see elders that sometimes go younger to where they felt their healthiest and best, and you see little ones get to about toddler age, you know, babies, and then you see the everything in between kind of just hangs out right about there, because they want to be when you cross at 120, you know, 120. You want you know, you're going to morph to the moment you had to say goodbye, and you're going to be right back there. So please know that, everybody. I see it all the time. I see it all the time. All the
Well,
time.
thank you so
you, Rhonda.
much. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
So I just want to tell you that Elise says, look at my profile picture. If you can see on the side chat box there, she has those yellow, beautiful flowers that you were talking about. So I think that she was just acknowledging that she was piggybacking as well.
Oh, okay. Yes, and you know what, Brenda, it should be comforting, because I know when I'm doing these sessions that there are messages sometimes that, you know, the kids are up there going, oh yeah, me too. You know, they're getting excited that other people are responding to it too, you know, so you should feel that excitement. You know, you should feel that comfort, I should say, that it, you know, you're getting that comfort too. They're all connected up there, and they know exactly what's getting through and what almost got through, and, you know, all the things. I do want to address a young one right now telling me, I don't know if this is going to be Paul or not, but dad and fixing the screen. And it doesn't mean the dad has to be on the call, or mom has to fix the screen. Like, so that to me is someone who was, Dandelion. That is someone who was you're looking at the screens. I mean, I literally can see the screen. So I don't know if you did it today or have to, or getting it done this weekend, but trust that's it seems silly, but it's something they're watching over. And somebody a young man makes me feel that either his friend carries some responsibility for his passing. I'm not quite sure how. But he's telling me I'm not upset. It's interesting. I'm getting the smell of smoke as I'm saying that. Like, I don't know if there was a fire or something. It was Paul's, look. Oh, my daughter's Apple phone screen broke and turned green. No, this was this felt like a real screen. Like, I could literally, if someone took a screen and went like that to my eyes, that's how strong that was. So I would say that that's yours, Paul. And I guess I was picking up on that energetically. It was yours. But yeah, I do get this feeling that this young man wants to say it wasn't his friend's fault. I'm getting a lot of the smell of smoke, whether something caught on fire. Yeah, release it is definitely, because it's not his fault. Maybe people are blaming him, and maybe there are times where there are things where someone has a sense of responsibility. This smoke is interesting. I don't know if it's a gun thing, like when you know, that smell, like there's a smell. So I don't know. That was very strong. And I am hearing the name Bob, Bobby, Robert. Somebody got a Robert or Robbie over there. Are you done snoring now, Lola? She's done snoring now, everyone. You might hear it on the call, picking it up. I don't think that's it. This feels like two different things. Two different things. And I did just hear the name like Louis or Louis or Luis or something. Luis, Luis, Luis. I guess that's more Luis. So I was somebody, yeah, somebody has that Luis, a child by that name, and I'm hearing, Mom, I'm here, Mom, I'm here, and say the recording and record. So I think maybe this daughter sang, or could sing good, like maybe even professionally. I mean, I don't, I get her, I see her holding a mic. So that feels female. I don't know if anybody has a daughter that could sing like on that level, or, and I mean, is it karaoke? Is it on stage? I don't overanalyze, but there it is. That's Brenda. That microphone is no joke in my hand. Did I talk to Brenda already, or?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Brenda, if you want to unmute, go ahead.
Sure. You
She's
can
like,
unmute, Brenda.
She's like, thank you.
Hi.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know
no,
what? I saw you were down at the bottom, and I felt that lady, go into that lady next. And it was you. I didn't catch, look at the name or anything. All right. So that's your daughter going, thank you. Thank you. And I am the star.
I know. I had trouble logging on for the longest time, and then I just came on for the last bit, and everything you were saying was like, whoa, of course, sometimes the piggyback, can relate,
Yes,
but she was a professional singer, songwriter, musical artist. She did a lot of playhouses, musical theater.
Yeah, that's the girl I'm getting. Well, she's met Amy Winehouse tonight. I can tell you that, because
she was similar.
Yeah, no wonder. I'm so not surprised in this group what's been happening. And yes, so that's there she is. She said,
it's so comforting, all of this anyway, it is.
Yes, and she says to tell you with her hand on her hip, if you think the stages there are big, you should see them in heaven. And yeah, and she's sassy with her hand on her hip, and she's, yeah. Is there a professional photo you have of her? Like it's very professional that you have you look at a lot or something?
I was looking at a lot of her photos recently of all of her some performances. She has a tremendous number of credits. And so I was writing them all down. I was trying to remember all the shows and all the songs. They're still performing some of her songs and music.
Yeah, she's like this. Oh my God. And she's saying New York, tell her New York. So is there something?
New York, that's where I'm from. She loved New York. That was her favorite place. We lived in Northern California. We also lived in Southern California at one point, but then, New York, it was my hometown, and she loved it. She loved Broadway. We went every year. We were always going to every show.
She likes to dress kind of funky. Like, she makes me feel these like black shoes, but they're chunky.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, she had black tap shoes, and she would used to do tap dancing as well, and she wore black shoes often. She loved, different, she definitely wore. And I was thinking about one pair of shoes too the other day, were black shoes that she had.
Okay, those are the ones, and
they're like little things that just trigger a thought, but I know it will be insignificant to like anybody else on earth, but that isn't to me.
Yeah,
it's a little thing, but it really does add up.
What she's doing when she does that is for me to give you the say the black shoes, and you know, it's
Yeah,
like
she was
very bubbly. She's very bubbly. It's like,
she
I
is.
heard your thought, Mom. I heard your thought. I
Yeah.
heard you. That's how I feel. They want to show you, they hear the words that you're sending up, and they're comforting you, or they're giggling with you, or they're she said, tell her cooking with her, and she rolled her eyes and laughed. So I don't know if
know.
that's funny or, oh boy, you know what I mean?
I
But,
know I was just thinking about those with the holidays and all the things we used to do
oh,
for Thanksgiving and cooking together and whatever. And all those, it is just memories that were just like flooding my brain with her fourth anniversary, which was
mhm.
yesterday. It was so hard, but she has shown me so many things. And I've experienced so many things that I can't explain any other way. I
Yeah.
mean, I know that sounds, to most people crazy,
No,
and I wouldn't have even believed it myself. I had never expected any of this. And
right.
that's why, but now I'm very open. I'm just, really open to it because I have,
Well,
you made it like there was no other choice. If I were to list everything, it would be shocking.
right.
I have
Yeah.
witnesses. It's really true. It's like really true.
And she curls up next to you and head on your shoulder and just says, I love you. You're my best friend.
We
You're
we
still her
are.
best friend. You
Thank you so much.
right now she's like this with your hand.
Yes.
And her star is still shining up there. And she just said, just like this is your daughter's personality. I'm gonna go hang out with Amy now. Whoever thought Amy Winehouse would have such an
Exactly.
impact on
If she would definitely want to.
Yeah, so that's for you. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Oh my God, what an evening.
Wow, what a night, Beth. This was amazing.
Your kids are something, and the trust that they give me, I just thank them and you, because I can't do it without you. And they are just beautiful kids, and that you guys are doing this, HPH, all that you do. I mean, come on, you're the ones that these kids all gather to help their families. So I hope you know how important you are on both sides.
Oh, thank you. And
Thank you.
I want to say that obviously, as Beth has been mentioning, all of our kids are here tonight, not just the people that she gave readings to. And I wanted to also ask everybody who did get a reading, if you could send me a validation story for the newsletter. I have sent private messages, but my email is elizabeth@helpingparentsheal.org, which is easy to remember. And I'm going to put that in the chat box. And I also just wanted to say that, again, Beth is going to be with us at the next conference. So you'll be seeing her there, and she'll be doing gallery readings for us. And we are so grateful that you're here. And
Yes.
that these
Beth
meetings
is fabulous, fabulous medium. And Beth, you don't have a long waiting list, correct, to get readings if anyone
No,
wanted to?
usually a week or two, and with the holiday, you get a lot of last. But usually it's within 2 weeks. That's not too bad.
No, not at all.
Not too bad
Thank
at all.
you.
So if anybody is interested, then hopefully they'll be able to get a reading pretty quickly with Beth. And thank you so much. And we always ask everyone to unmute and say thank you and good evening to Beth. So if you'd like to do
Thanks,
so.
Beth. What a night.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Beth.
Beth. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Beth.
Good night,
I really
everybody.
appreciate it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Always nice.
everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.